Okay, so news is broken this morning about Mason Greenwood and some very serious allegations he is facing. Now, I did a live stream an hour or so ago, and the first question I got asked was, "Have you heard the Mason Greenwood news?" And I said, "No." Twitter has gone into meltdown. YouTube has gone into meltdown. Now, these are allegations only. However, they are looking very, very serious. His ex-partner has posted on social media images of injuries sustained from what looked like physical beating, and then there's the audio. Now, the audio is the most damning thing in this whole escapade, really, this whole affair. But this is more than just a Mason Greenwood problem in a society. This is a society problem that we already know about. There was already a spike in cases of domestic violence during the first lockdown in 2020. But this is a sports problem. This is more than just Mason Greenwood. If he is found guilty, we know of 4 players that have been arrested in the Premier League this season. Benjamin Mendy being one, the most high-profile. Gylfi Sigurdsson, there was allegations against Gylfi Sigurdsson. There was an unnamed Brighton player whose name has still not been released. And there's been allegations circulating about Mason Greenwood for a good 12 to 18 months about some of his off-field indiscretions that he has had. There was also the incident in Reykjavik when England were playing a qualifier against Iceland involving Phil Foden. And of course, Mason Greenwood has not played for England since then. He's had various spells out of the team at Man United. But what's come out this morning is very, very troubling. Now, it's from his ex-partner. Her name's Harriet Robson, I believe her name is. And she's posted this on her social media accounts. It's doing the rounds on Twitter. Social media's gone into meltdown. If he is charged and found guilty, I don't think he plays football ever again. Man United have released a brief statement saying that they are aware of the allegations circulating about Mason Greenwood and they will not make any further comment at this time. So they're obviously taking legal advice. And we also know that Nike, who sponsor Mason Greenwood, have also made a similar statement saying we are aware of the allegations against Mason Greenwood, and again, in the full due course of time, we'll make further statements. As they are allegations at this time, obviously they can't just terminate his contract. There has to be a due legal process. Now, what I find most stunning is now most mainstream media has picked this up as well, except the BBC and Sky. Not a single article, as I'm recording this video, is on the BBC website or the Sky Sports website, which I find pretty stunning, to be honest. It's a difficult one. Obviously, it's not the first time a player has been accused of domestic violence in football. Stan Collymore is the prime example that comes to mind in football with Eureka Johnson back in the 90s. His career did suffer as a result of that. And Geoffrey Boycott in cricket, in a French court, was found guilty in absentia of domestic violence, basically. And he's contested the legality of that. But Geoffrey Boycott in cricket, we've seen it in the NRL with Jared Hayne. He's gone to prison for sexual assault in recent months. So this is not an isolated Man United or Mason Greenwood problem. This is a much wider issue. We've obviously seen Adam Johnson go to prison. Ched Evans had a retrial. So this is not an isolated thing. There is a culture issue within professional sport, and there's been rumours circulating about Mason Greenwood's attitudes and his application, and this is not stunning news in the sense that Mason Greenwood, there's been question marks over his attitude off the field, some of his antics off the field. It's saddening that these allegations have come to light. They are very serious, and I think if he is charged and then found guilty in a court of law, I think that's career done. That has got to be career done. I can't see how he can rebuild his career after this. But other players have had a second opportunity. Stan Collymore is the one that sticks in my mind. Although he was never actually charged with anything, he was just caught on security camera, with the Eureka Johnson incident. And he held his hands up and said, yeah, he made a mistake, whatever. Went to anger management, anger counselling and things like that. But that has stained his record, and people remember what Stan Collymore did. So in this Mason Greenwood situation, it is troubling. And yeah, we'll have to see how it plays out in a court of law, but it's really troubling news. And there are a lot of people who are Man United fans saying they don't want to see him wear the shirt ever again or play for their club ever again. There's a lot of fans of the England national side who don't want him to play in an England shirt ever again. Now, that's dangerous trial by media and trial by social media and public opinion, but the evidence looks pretty damning. But we'll have to see if Greater Manchester Police decide to take further action. And we'll have to see what Manchester United decide to do, whether they decide to suspend him internally or tear up his contract. We'll have to wait and see, obviously, in regards to what Manchester United as a club are also going to do, because these are, as I say, very, very serious allegations that he is facing. And it's another dark stain on football's reputation with the Benjamin Mendy situation, the Gylfi Sigurdsson situation. He hasn't played for Everton this season. And of course, what's happening with the unnamed Brighton player. We don't know who that Brighton player is. We've also seen allegations against a Sale Rugby Union player in recent weeks. Again, unnamed at this time, although arrests have been made. Again, there is this issue with sport with this young, especially young men getting a lot of money, very, very young, and basically being told the sun shines out their arse and they can do no wrong. There's a sense of entitlement. And a lot of these players forget it's a privilege, not a right, to be a professional athlete. And so there's got to be a certain proportion of blame with this toxic culture put upon the sport that they play in and put upon the clubs they play with, because they encourage they give them money, a lot of money, very, very young. And you get this kind of entitlement, and this is not an isolated incident. But we'll see what happens. But I think it's looking very likely that his career is done. And there's a lot of Man United fans and a lot of England fans who don't want to see him wear the shirt ever again. So there we go. I'm going to leave that there. Place your thoughts in the comments section below. And we'll obviously see what Man United do, what Greater Manchester Police do, and if any further action is taken. But these are very serious allegations and another dark stain on English football. So there we go. I'll see you all very, very soon.